Welcome back. The presidential election is heating up, and you may not realize it has an effect on the housing market. I want to bring in local real estate expert Tricia Turner with Tricia Turner Properties to explain. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Tricia, I want to ask you first off, give us a good idea of where the local market is at right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, the local market has been really quiet pretty much for 2 years now. Even though we've seen interest rates finally starting to come down, buyers are still reluctant to pull that trigger and buy homes right now. So we are looking at a really slow market.
And as we kind of mentioned at the top of this segment, how do voters' choices impact the real estate market?
Usually, historically, every election year, you'll see the market start to slow down, especially around mid-October. People become, number one, paralyzed by the election and all the drama. And then they want to wait until they see like who is going to be in the White House before they make that big financial decision. And when you're talking about a home, sometimes that's people's largest asset. The higher the price point, you'll see the slower the market gets. So we expect to slow down around mid-October.
Wow. Okay, so speaking of the market, we know that the latest market report shows nearly 60,000 home purchase agreements were canceled in July. That's actually the highest cancellation rate on record for that month. So, Tricia, what's behind this?
You know, the buyers, I think there's buyer remorse. We've looked at buyers that are planning to buy a home. And then when it finally gets down to it and they look at the cost of that home, because of course, property taxes are higher now. Homeowners insurance is at an all-time high. When you start to look at those things, we've seen more buyers than ever actually terminating contracts and pulling out of the contract.
For people, though, who are still trying to see if they can get into this market, trying to see if it's the right time to buy a house, what's a way they can do it if they're nervous about, like you said, the insurance rates and the interest rates?
Number one, you've got to get with a professional so that you make sure you're buying an appreciating asset. You've got to get with a lender to make sure that it's the right time to buy a home. And your insurance agent matters too, because the cost of insurance is so high right now. But we are looking at interest rates lower than they have been all year long, and they may likely come down in the next couple of weeks. So we in the real estate world kind of think some of these buyers are waiting to see do rates really come down later in September.
Yeah, and something I always think about and mention to people too is that you can always refinance if you can afford it, but it still seems high. Maybe down the road things will get better, like you've been saying.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Tricia, for your time and your expertise this morning.
Thank you.